Hey everyone, Adam from Passable Media, and this is my Arrowverse Roundup for Legends of Tomorrow Season 7, Episode 2, The Need for Speed. As ever, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe if you enjoy the video. So I realise that standard self-defense arguments sort of go out of the window when you're talking about accidentally killing a historical figure in their prime as part of that self-defense, but I don't think that given the end game of the Legends' little quest is to restore the timeline that Nate was perhaps being a little bit hard on himself in this episode. It did, however, give us another insight into the rarely used historian trying to take an active role in the history he knows so well, but finds that his sensibilities just don't line up with those of Hoover. Which, I mean, that's not exactly a bad thing to discover about yourself. On the other hand, I think that Bayrad and Gary should know better in terms of Nate's need to blend in. I know he bottled it in the end, but if the aim was to preserve history as much as possible, then yeah, Nate should have beat the hell out of the engineer. Sorry. Ava, meanwhile, was entirely too chill about the whole thing, obviously besides her and Zari's little bonding session where they appreciated how equally neurotic they both are. But yeah, Ava just didn't seem to be taking things as seriously as she usually would. And I wonder if that's more because she's convinced that finding the time travel guy will fix the issue, or she's just accepted that they are entirely screwed. On the subject of Zari, and how perfect is John's fridge only containing a single infinitely duplicating bottle of whiskey, her realising that if they succeed in this attempt, and that if it was a future Wave Rider interfering with them in the first place, then they'll likely just come back again as many times as necessary to do whatever it was they were trying to do. Of course, with the appearance of Hoover the Terminator, very reminiscent of the Chronicoms in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.'s last few seasons, the question now becomes whether it was perhaps a future version of the Legends making sure that the team is present for these events to defeat the robots? Or are the robots in fact the good guys, filling in the blanks in the timeline left after the chaos? I'm really liking the time spent with Spooner and Astra and now Gideon building their relationship a little. If there's always been one weakness on Legends, it's that someone was always left outside in the cold in terms of character development, and splitting the party in this fairly static way is a great way to rectify that here. I was worried from the way they were talking this episode that Spooner didn't have any remnants of her powers left, especially after the wicked, albeit nonsensical, showing at the end of last season. It's interesting that she found herself able to read Gideon's thoughts and push her to speak, though, given that she's not an alien, as far as we know. I gotta say, I was absolutely convinced that the figure getting out of the car near the end was going to be Matt Ryan's new non-John character. But we seem to be waiting on that for a while yet. I certainly was not expecting it to be a Terminator, although apparently Zari was. Well, that's it for this week. These videos should start coming out quicker now as basically everything not Arrowverse related is done for a while, but we'll see. I've been Adam from Passable Media. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.